Hey family, it's your African girl Ashika, Fumi or Linda. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, then make sure you subscribe to my channel right now. It's pronounced I Shu Ge Ge Feel me? And all the links to my business Instagram, my regular Instagram, will be in the description box. And make sure to always check the description box because I do leave gems down there. I'm gonna leave all the links that I researched in the description box. As you can see from the title of the video, the focus for today is generational wealth and why we as Africans or blacks all over the world need to delve into this like so much. We need to gather our wealth, bring it together, and use it to empower us and our future generations. Generational wealth. Okay. Before I start talking about this, I'm gonna first of all say that I did watch some videos of people talking about why there's no generational wealth within the black community and why black people do not understand or practice generational wealth. And first of all, I want to say that I'm not here to bash my community or say that we don't know something. If we don't know something, then we have to be responsible. We have to take that accountability and that responsibility to teach ourselves that. And if we see that there is a gap within our community, we need to fill that void and be able to gather the information that is necessary for our people to understand that topic or understand that thing that needs to be applied to the community and our practices. And it is my hope that after this video I will be able to spark something within you that will help you change your habits and your behaviors so that it leads you on the path to success more so than failure. I'm not saying that you're not gonna fail on the road, but I'm saying that I want you to succeed, and these are the things that are going to help you succeed. And it's the reason why I learn what I learn. It gives me direction for my learning. I don't just learn anything for no reason. I learn it because I can apply it to my life and relate it back to my life. And that is what we should be doing with whatever we learn. Apply it back to your life so that it makes sense. So what is generational wealth? Generational wealth, according to Google, is an aspect of financial planning that is geared toward passing down stable, significant financial resources to future generations. It is also called family wealth or multi-generational wealth or legacy wealth. It is wealth that is passed down from one generation to another. Now, why is generational wealth important? Generational wealth is important because it creates security within a family or a community so that, you know, whatever endeavors that the next generation or that generation or the next generation want to go forth in their life and pursue, they are able to do so without worrying about finances. They are secure within that aspect of life and don't have to worry about it. Now, what will allow this? What kind of mentality do you have to get into in order to gain and keep generational wealth going? You have to grow your income. You have to invest your money. You have to save. You have to budget. Ooh, this is the most important part. To me, this is the most important part. You need to budget your money well. All the things that we buy today, we do not need. I feel like this society promotes consumerism, and we consume more. We consume more than we produce. and we need to balance out our actions or produce more than we consume. That is the only way you will be able to promote generational wealth within your family or community. And whatever debts you have, I would say you need to work on eliminating them completely and try not to get yourself in debt any further. I know that these loans, these student loans, you come out of college, this society just promotes you getting into debt. And I'm so glad that you know, my family kind of instilled in me that, you know, whatever you do, do not go to loans. Don't go to free money, because you will have to pay back in some form, shape, or other. And I'm so glad that my parents instilled that into me. It is really, really important. It's really, 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 really important that you eliminate any debts, because if you're making money and then you're saving it, that money is going to have to go towards eliminating that debt. But once you eliminate it, you can start saving your money and making sure that you don't spend money on unnecessary things that you do not need. The main things you need are food. So the main things you need are food, paying your bills off, paying your bills, obviously, rent, and whatever clothes you need. You don't need to be following trends. That's not necessary. Buy the clothes you need to buy. I'm not saying buy some raggedy old clothes, but buy the clothes that you know you're gonna wear and you know will be able to express your personality, what you feel, whatever. And only invest your money into something that you know is gonna bring back money back to you. I say this, I'm gonna say this again. Only invest your money in things, or most of the time invest your money into things that's gonna just multiply your, either bring back that money, turn it back over, or you know, it's gonna multiply. It's just gonna keep coming. Just gonna keep coming. Now, the reason why I have found from my research and what I feel is to be true, what I found to be true in our community, especially as Africans or blacks, is that we do not focus on the right things. We do not focus on being absolutely disciplined in what we buy and invest our money in. We invest money in the wrong things. We do not save. I'm pretty sure we do not save as much. Having generational wealth and keeping it takes a lot of sacrifice, and that's something that I feel within our community we need to practice and learn how to sacrifice and be able to, you know, being able to not focus on immediate gratification, but being able to see that later on you will gain from this, or your future generation will gain from this, and being happy about that. So what are the steps that you need to start taking in order to build your generational wealth? You need to invest, save and build, grow, reinvest, save, teach, and repeat. I'm gonna say it again. You need to invest, save and build, grow, reinvest, and teach, and repeat. That is the steps you need to take. Now you can rearrange the order I said it in. It doesn't have to be in this order, but make sure you are saving. Make sure you are saving. Make sure you are disciplined. Make sure, you know, all of these things are in place. You're disciplined. You're consistent with your work, how to work ethic. You understand finances and why you need to have your finances straight. Your debts eliminated. Yes, eliminated. In order for this to work. If you have children, if you have siblings, you need to be communicating with them on, you know, when you're doing your accounts, your budgeting, you're opening a savings account for them, you're, you know, dealing with finances. You, once they are at a certain age, you need to start communicating with them. You need to start communicating with your siblings. If you're the oldest, or if you're the one that knows how to manage money well, or you are doing some kind of financial course or something, you need to come back and teach your family, your siblings, your friends about that, because it's important to share that information and not to keep it to yourself. You will still remain the expert because you understand it in depth, but for them to have some kind of knowledge on it, some kind of awareness about it is important, so that they are able to manage their own money, manage the money that they put out there, manage the money they put into the community, knowing how important it is to put money back into the community. It is important. It is so important to communicate about finances. And I feel like within our families, in the African Black community, we do not talk about financial empowerment enough, and what that could do for us on a smaller scale and a larger scale. Both are very important. And we also need to be able to plan, making sure that we are organized before we start, making sure that we are prepared before we start. I'm not saying be perfect, I'm saying plan. Make sure you have a plan of action and move forward. And we also need to share our decisions, the decisions that we make about our finances with each other, because that is how information is spread about why it is important, why finances is important, how it's managed properly, how to actually manage it, being part of the process, and building a system that everyone can repeat and understand why it works this way. What are the ways to invest? There are a lot of ways to invest. I don't understand this one, but I found it while I was researching, and it's investing. And I've heard about it because when I was in college, I sat down in a class and they were teaching about stocks and dividends, stock dividends, and investing in a company. And you know, a company will give you a share of their profits, and you just have to pay a certain amount and you get so much more. But then there's a risk in that, because if the company closes down, then you lose all your money. That's the only thing about that. That's what I know so far about it. I don't know about it in depth, but that's what I know about it. And investing in real estate, investing in buying land and building an empire on that land, and creating an empire that will further bring more money, and further financially empower us. And the last one I have is building a business or a company, and making sure that you invest. When you're investing in a business or a company, it is so important the people that you choose to work with. It is so important. Some people do not know how to do business. Some people are not meant to be part of business. Some people practice bad business, and that's the part that I hate. But you yourself have to be very diligent, very aware, making sure you do your homework on whoever it is that you're working with, and making sure that you hire well. So the last thing I want to say is that you need to do your own research. Finances is a complex topic, and it's something that if you want to understand it, you're going to have to do your own research, so that you can have that light bulb effect go off in your own head from doing your own research. I hope this video was helpful. I really do. It has taken me a while to understand finances, but it is something that I did when I was in secondary school, or it's high school if you're in the US. And it's something that I took the time to understand. And now that I'm having my own business, you know, I'm taking the time to re-understand it. So I'm really over understand it, because I want to be able to understand my finances, even if I hand it over to another person to deal for me. So yeah, that is all for this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was helpful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, let us start an important and valuable discussion.